And we're live.
Hello.
Okay,
Hello.
this is session 26 of In House Footsteps Out of the Gorge. We had a break 2 weeks ago because I wasn't here, but I'm back now, and we're doing another session. Again, probably won't be a long one, but it will be fun all the same, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I'll do a quick quick recap because it's been a little time. Then we'll do a quick introduction, then we'll start. Pretty much last time you left the refuge of the Watcher that you were in and headed out with the group of varying races who were to accompany you to Smiler's Gorge. You did that. On your way there, you got attacked by some of the cultists, and the kind of protectorate. I've forgotten the exact name for it because I wrote it down somewhere and then lost the paper. But the people who were protecting you went off, dealt with them. You kept going. You came across your good old friend Arta, who attacked you with a troll, but you fireballed it, and it yeah, he died. No, he didn't die. The troll died, and he disappeared. And you went and you unlocked the gate to Smiler's Gorge. You went into the gorge. It was dark. Couldn't see anything. Came across this huge creature, which has just appeared to be a very large smile, which is where maybe Smiler's Gorge got its name, which imparted some knowledge to you about what happened, why why the worms exist, and that kind of stuff, and warned you about some beholders that were within the forest. And before you left, Rael suggested that she might come and spend 100 years or so there once this was all over and just talk with it, etc. It then did a Batman and just disappeared, and you guys kept venturing on through the darkness. You nearly got to the other side when suddenly in your path a Death Kiss beholder appeared. It didn't literally appear, but it was then there, and we left you about to enter combat with this creature. Yeah. In the party, we have Finn Frostborn Fireforge, played by Jack. That's the panda logo. Who's a dwarven fighter. We have Rael Endine, who is a half-elf wizard, played by Louis. And we have Jamwell Galandra the Spreadable, which is a human rogue, played by Tom.
Hi.
There is also Harren God's Blood, who is an NPC wizard who's not great.
He's pretty good.
He's better now, but you know, that's not important. Roll initiative.
Throw rocks at a beholder doesn't work, it turns out.
No.
I need a dice roller.
I'm guessing Jamrel's going to roll a 1. First roll of the game and all that.
Oh yeah.
I got a 12.
But I do remember that my initiative is +9, I think.
Oh yes, because Gemma
26.
she is disappeared. Cool. 26-12.
Literally, it was the only one that I didn't bring to university.
18.
Nice.
The only useful one that I had that was going to be useful at university, and I didn't take it with me.
14. Okay. So going first is by far Jamwell, followed by Findon, followed by the Beholder, followed by Rael, followed by Harren. Jamwell, what would you like to do?
Right, so situation at hand. Very brief outline, please.
The four of you are standing along A path. It's not narrow, but it's not hugely wide. Two of you can get past each other quite easily, but three would be a squeeze, especially with the dwarf. Opposing you, there is a floating beholder. I'll show you the picture very briefly, so you can't just read all the stats, but it's that thing there.
Oh, I see. Hey, get it? Because the eyes.
And yeah, everything around you in your surroundings, apart from that, is black. You cannot see really. You can just see this area which you are in.
Okay. And remind me, have we confirmed it's hostile?
Yes, it's hostile.
Well,
All right. I guess it's time to stab it in the eye.
Yes. Just a reminder as well that magic does not work in the Gorge except that of Rael's staff.
Did you say it had tentacles? That it was different, wasn't it? I don't remember. It wasn't a normal beholder.
It's not a beholder. No, it's not a standard beholder. It is a death kiss.
No.
But you guys don't really know what that means. It's a different beholder.
Right. Better get a few more dice out then. I've got a lot. Okay. Right. Let's. How far away am I? Just for reference.
You are within 30 feet of it.
Okay.
It's like 20 feet or so.
I see. I will. I need to stop saying that now. Anyway. Okay. I will go to. I'll run towards it, of course. But not directly in front of it. Sort of to the side.
Yep.
Just so I'm not sort of obscuring the line from everyone else.
Okay. Yep.
And stab twice at it.
Okay. Go for it.
Right. Okay. I don't get any advantages, so no sneak attack this round. So
No, not this
I'll
round.
be a bit terrible. Okay then. That's great. That's one natural one.
Okay.
And a 13. I think it was I can't exactly remember my plus to hit, but I think it was 7.
I think it was, but okay. So one of those is a natural one, so that misses, and the other one misses as well.
Good start.
And as you hit this thing, you hear this like lightningy kind of sound, and you take 9 points of lightning damage.
Oh.
Okay, so it's I'll remember to tell everyone that because that seems quite important.
I do think everyone's watching you just get electrocuted at this point.
All right. Well, I'm just going to tell everyone just in case.
Yeah.
Lads, if you touch this thing with a short sword or maybe something else, then it's really painful, and don't do that.
Were you touching metal when you touched it? If that makes.
I mean,
I've
the
got a
short
sword.
sword is.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Findon.
Okay. I am going to run at it.
Right.
Oh God, this is a terrible idea. Wait, yeah, if I just use my warhammer and wait, I've got a plan. I've got a cunning plan. I'm gonna jump onto it.
Okay.
This has never happened before. Are we level 9, by the way? Just saying.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Wait, we're level 9?
Yes, Jack.
My character sheet says level 7. But no, but it said that for a while. It's level 8, I'm pretty sure. No, it's probably level 9.
I think we
I'm
leveled
gonna-
up to 9, but anyway.
I thought we were still at 8. I'm happy to be at 9.
What do you
I
gain
think we
when you're
had
at
this
9?
discussion before.
I think we've had this discussion. I've got Harren as 9.
Okay, I'll do a quick level up to 9.
Yeah, you do quick level up to 9.
Bloody take me a
What do
sec.
you gain at level 9?
That's what I'm just going to quickly look for fighter.
Can I just say, Tom, there is no way Jamril's only got a 7 to hit. If he's got a proficiency bonus of 4, he must have at least 8, probably 9,
It's a
knowing the way
9.
we did the stats.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know why I said, yeah, you're right, Louis.
It was 7 at one point.
It was probably 7 at like,
Yeah, quite a while ago.
yeah, quite a while ago. Jack, at level 9, Indomitable.
I don't have that. What is it?
It means that,
How do you spell it?
just do it phonetically, you'll be fine.
God.
You can
In-
reroll a
in-
saving throw if you fail at once per long rest, basically.
Yeah, reroll 1 saving throw.
Which you might be about to do.
Okay. Do I gain anything else? Probably not. Let's go.
Well, your HP increases.
Well, I'll do that in a bit. All right.
Okay, so you're going to run at it and try and jump on it.
No, that's a terrible idea because I just saw someone get electrocuted when they touched it.
Yeah.
Can I try and taunt it? Yeah, that's what Finn is going to do. He's decided he's the tank of the party now, so he's going to run up, and then he's going to ready a dodge. Actually, he's going to get ready to dodge. But he's going to just try and taunt it by running up at it and just trying to get in its eye, I suppose.
Shouting some dwarven.
Call me
How we
big
like.
bloody. Exactly. Okay.
Right, okay. Sure, why not? And with that, it's the having done no damage to it so far, we are on to the beholder, the death
Alright.
kiss.
I made some mistakes. Whoops.
That's
Well,
fine.
at least I'm at the back.
As in, there are a few things that I forgot about rogues. But
Oh, God.
Well, I'm
I
sure.
could have done a lot more damage on that turn. Just say that.
Can you
As
have
in
got
zero.
like the assassinate, sneak attack,
Yeah, assassinate.
and then
I forgot about
Oh,
assassinate.
sorry, so did I.
It's okay. It's okay.
Ripperino.
Okay, so this thing lashes out with one of its like tentacles and tags you, Tom, on the shoulder, dealing an amount of damage.
Oh, God. My distraction didn't work well enough. It's got multiple tentacles.
Hold on a sec. I was writing down my HP and I accidentally added 9 instead of taking away 9 when I took
Yeah.
damage.
You take 14 piercing damage, and you're
Finn-
grappled.
Oh,
Finnan has decided he is no longer going to be the tank of the party. Good.
Findon has how much health?
107. God.
Findon, health-wise, is still the tank of the party, whether Findon wishes to be or not.
Oh, talking of which, what do I roll to upgrade my health? Is it
It's a D10 plus your Constitution bonus.
cool?
So you're
D10?
grappled at the moment, Tom.
Yeah.
5, 9. Okay. 7.
And in case anyone was counting, it has 10 tentacles.
Oh God.
Huh. Right.
That's not good.
Bloody hell. Okay, Rael.
I don't want that coming from you.
okay then. So I can't use any of my standard spells.
No.
What are you doing to me? Remind me how Mage Cannon works.
Mage Cannon or Mage Beam?
Mage Cannon. I have Mage Cannon ? Because I think you were going to send me something to say how it worked.
I think I was.
Mage Beam is pants.
It gets better over time.
No, it doesn't. Well, it hasn't done so far. I'm still doing 1d6, 1d8, and then 1d. So basically, in my third round, I'm doing the same as my cantrips would do. In fact, I'm not even doing what my cantrips would do because my cantrips currently do double damage.
Good point.
and I've kind
Yeah,
of
no,
decided.
you do have Mage Cannon. You are correct.
Tell me what Mage Cannon does.
When waiting for damage, you're going to like this. You spend 1 turn concentrating on the target,
I've been doing that.
and
Trust me.
if you are not interrupted during that time, the next turn, you make a ranged spell attack, which if you hit does 4d10 force damage.
I'll do that.
I just know you're going to be interrupted. Like a tentacle's just going to come out and.
No, because I'm backing up. You guys are rushing towards. I'm backing up, and I can back away. Trust me, just as fast as you can back away.
In fact, you can go forwards faster than Finton can.
I can back away faster than Findon can go forwards. Is what we're
Yes.
saying. Yeah.
Depends if I jump or not.
I don't have to run faster than Jamril. I've just got to run faster than Findon.
God.
Yeah, so you start channeling the Mage Cannon energy, aiming at the Death Kiss.
And it automatically does 4d10 damage.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. No save. No nothing.
No, providing you hit the attack.
Ah.
Yeah, sorry,
okay.
it's a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
But you're pretty good with them, so.
And now that I was.
Right, so it is Harren now, who has no magic and so is going to attack it with his sword, which is probably a bad idea, but you know. He charges him. He completely misses it. He doesn't even manage to hit it. Which brings us back round to Jamwheel at the top.
Okay, so I am grappled.
You are. So you need to make me escape roll, which is strength.
Okay.
Are you sure you wouldn't take Dex?
I mean, I'd love to take next if I could.
You know what?
You see, to quote from, I'm just going to say, okay, at this point, to quote the way that the provokers do it, don't you add the page number of your class to your roll? I'm sure that was officially a rule.
You know what? No, I'll say you can use Dex. I think that makes sense.
94 for me.
Slipping out of the tentacle, yeah.
Yeah, slipping out. Let's not use the word slipping out in the same sentence as tentacle again.
Yeah, God.
Right, okay, roll. Natural 20.
Oh, great.
Mm,
That's good. You escape the tentacle and it cannot use blood drain on you.
Oh, well, that's okay.
It's an
Am I
ability
glad
I
about
forgot it had, which I will only explain at the end. But
On a nat 20, can you push the dwarf towards the thing as well?
the dwarf's going to be pushing itself towards the thing. You can still make one attack or do one other action if you wish, Tom.
All right. One action for me is 2 attacks, I think. So
I
is
believe
what
so,
are you
yes.
going to rule out on that?
Yes, no, you're correct.
Does that mean I get 2 attacks or what?
Yep, you can make 2 attacks.
Oh, cool.
I forgot.
And I'm just going to check just quickly that I don't have any advantages.
I'm close, so
Yep, actually, there are 2 of you, so yeah, you can have advantage.
Oh
yeah.
boy, the
Sneak
damage is
attack.
going to be starting to deal now.
Yeah, there's just yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. 19 and non-natural 20 on
Okay,
the die.
those are both hits.
So it's,
Oh, good. Right. Okay. That is. Plus 2 times. And then plus. Uh, 33, and I have added onto the damage. Yeah, I think that's it. 33.
33. Okay. Awesome. And you take 2 more lightning damage.
Yes.
Is it bloody
It's not
yet?
so bad, actually.
No, it's not Jack.
Oh, God.
Speaking of Jack, it is Jack's turn.
Okay, I've seen my destruction does not work, so I shall hit it with my hammer.
Do that then.
Wait, how many attacks? 2.
2.
Yeah, I'm not going to use my action surge on it. So I got a 12 and 14.
Unmodified.
Nope.
Modified.
Yep.
Ah. Those both miss.
I meant to do that.
However, you don't take any damage.
Yay.
It's the things go again. It's going to make 1 attack against Findon, 1 attack against Jamril.
Come on, high AC.
Hits Jamril,
That's okay.
and that's a 24, which I think just hits you.
That's mine.
Okay,
Yeah, okay.
so that hits both of you. So you're both grappled. Jamril, you take this time 12 points of piercing damage.
Hmm.
And it's typical. And Findon takes 10.
Yeah, okay, so I'm bloodied.
Oh no.
Or if I want to be not meta around, then I look bloodied. Because there's blood on me from lightning.
Yeah, it does.
Your
I
hair's
have
all
20
standing up on it.
AC or 22.
22.
Oh no, it's
I've got like ash on my face from being
have you seen an old character shoot out of your eyes?
Oh yeah. Vial.
Right. Okay. So there's no way I can get advantage on this attack roll, is there? For aiming for a round, you don't get
No,
advantage.
you
for
just have to
spending a
do. You have to do that
round aiming.
anyway.
Yeah, flanking from so
If
far
you
away.
if you aimed for another round, I would give you advantage.
No, it's not worth it for 20 points of damage. It's not worth it. Oh, there we go. Right. So I've rolled a natural 18, and
That will hit.
so we're looking at, I think,
It's like a 27.
27.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, so 4d10.
Yep. Well, hi.
Both of those were. Oh no, actually, that is. Yeah, no, that's a 1, isn't it? Right. So that's 2 2s.
Okay.
5 and a 10. So that's 15 and 17 points of damage. That's
Okay.
below the average.
Okay, 17. Right.
And then I'm going to keep watching as
Yep.
I back away.
Of course. So 17.
Isn't there multiple beholders?
No, there's just this. Well, there's just this one. You've only come across one anyway. Okay. Howard is gonna swing at this thing again with his sword.
Roared him.
And he does hit this time. Dealing 10 points of damage. And in return, taking 3. Jamro, guess what you need to do now?
Turn.
Need to
Yes.
need to
Okay.
ungrapple it again.
Yeah. All right. Let's do that. Let's do this. Thank you. Dex, did you say was okay?
Mhm.
Okay. 18, I think.
Yep, that's enough.
Unless it's a save, in which case I'd get a bit more.
It's enough either way.
Okay, well that's fine then.
You break free from this thing again.
Man, this thing is not good at holding on to me.
Yep.
I didn't want to use any adjective. Anyway, and once again, I guess I get the 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Right.
They are not at advantage this time because Findon is grappled.
Ah, I see. Can I try and
How much
slash
damage
the
did I take?
tentacles, grappling Findon? Like, slice them off.
You can try and cut off the tentacles.
Yeah.
Um,
It might like grow 3 more. I'm a bit concerned, but
no, you can try it.
I will try. I will try. Ooh,
If you could just loosens them and
that's
be
pretty good. 24 and 27 to hit.
Okay, those are both hits.
Oh, 17. Unless I have any other like damage pluses, but I don't think I do. Other than adding my checks.
So you deal 17 damage.
Okay.
You nearly managed to hack off the tentacle.
Okay, that's not bad.
It does 18 damage back.
Okay, let's not do that next time. Oh no, that is really not good.
In a completely non-meta way, on a scale of 0 to your maximum health, where would you put yourself?
11.
Ooh.
Right, great. Findon,
Okay.
you need to escape a grapple.
Alright. I'll roll for it, as you do in this game that we are playing.
I don't know my exact maximum health. I went with averages.
That's fine.
Would you say that getting out of grapple is a saving throw?
No.
God.
The strength check.
Strength check. Okay. 12.
Could you make it a history check?
No. What did you get, Jack?
12.
Okay, you do not. You
Oh,
don't
no.
make that.
Oh no.
No.
Oh.
Blood drain.
Oh.
Could I maybe
No,
use
it's still grappled.
my special ability? God. Could I?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a way to get out that would require. Don't even. I've got
I mean,
two
you've
things
got,
that I
like,
can do.
Thunderwave, but then you can't use it because there's no spells.
I've got rocket boots.
You've got rocket boots.
I can.
That's something.
Can I use that?
You can, but it'll be after the beholder.
Does the blood drain? Okay, never mind. I will just take the damage then. I see how it is. Blood.
The good news is that it missed you, General.
Oh, that is good to know, actually.
And I take off HP of damage now, yes? God.
I pray to that god thing, but I forgot
Sagil.
the name of.
Sagil.
Sagil.
Yes,
Pray to Sagil, you'll be okay.
You heretic.
17.
I don't know.
17,
I forgot.
nice.
You take 25 lightning damage, Jack,
Okay, I see how it
from
is.
this thing,
It's not good.
and it regains 12 hit points.
Oh no.
And they want to fight dwarf? God, okay.
However, at this moment, the lightning sparks the rocket boots that you were trying to ignite and sends you flying into the air and rips off the tentacle in the process.
Yeah, nice.
Because you were trying to use them, so you are now free,
And above
but you
it.
can't do anything else yet. You're also in the sky, having used one charge of the rocket boots.
Okay.
Vial.
He's going to concentrate, ready for another blast of mage cannon.
Indeed. Howard is going to take another swing. And I think that is just, yeah, +9. So +9? How is that +9? Should be +7. Oh, no, that's out. Okay, no, never mind. So he hits again, dealing 9 points of damage. Down low. Okay, back round to the top. Jamro.
I'm gonna disengage and run towards Harren, asking, "Hey, have you got any of those fizzlers left?" because
I mean,
think
Harren's right
things
next to you,
like-
trying to fight this thing as well.
Aaron's right next to me. Okay, well, I'm going to hide behind him and ask him whether he's got any fizzlers or whether I can look through his sack
Who had the fizzlers?
for some fizzlers.
I had some of the anti-fire ones because I kept on getting set on fire.
Did Rael hold most of them, Louis?
That was what we agreed
Uh,
on.
Rael is holding most of the. I think she gave some out, but she's definitely holding most of them.
All right.
Cool. You can I mean, you can use disengage
Yeah.
as an action, and then you can dash to Rael if you want,
I will
because
do
you can
that.
do both as a rogue.
Yes. Yes. I was planning on it. All right then. All right.
You're gonna
I know.
leave the wizard to the beholder.
What fizzlers have you got right now? Because I think.
Argument-
Rael's
Arguments-
concentrating, so unless you want
yeah.
to stop her, you might want to just try and
Just pickpocket.
shamble through the pack.
Shamble through the pack. Right. Okay. Got it. Let's have a look.
What fizzlers does Rael have, Louis? I've not made a note of that. So.
Rael has. The last time that I updated this, I had 3 minor, 15 medium, 4 heavies, 2 rock candy, which could be quite useful because they give you rock skin. 2 of the ones that give you extra perception, and 2 that give you fire resistance, but can give you damage, which Findon has.
Yes. Okay, so there's D6s, D8s, and D10s.
A D6 is D8, D4s, D6s,
D4s,
and
D6s,
D12s.
D12s. Yeah, that's it. So it's
I've got
D4s,
something like-
D6s, and D12s.
I think I've got something like 15 of the lemon ones, so I chug 2 or 3 of those if you can get them down you, rather than bothering with a cherry one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which does 12.
All right.
Lemons are 4, aren't they?
No, hang on.
Lemon's the one that's medium.
Apples are 4,
Apples
lemons
are
are
4, lemons are
6,
6.
cherries are
Lemons are
12.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so chug 3 of the lemons.
All right. Is that how many I can do in a turn?
Yeah. I'm gonna say.
All right.
6
Cool.
seconds, so just 1 every 2 seconds.
Is it just D6?
It's D6 plus your constitution.
Okay. All right. 15. That's pretty good. As in, I've not gone up to 15. I feel 15,
So you're on 26.
which is pretty good.
It's better,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
I can
Findon,
deal with that.
got in the air.
I'm gonna do the pound. I'm gonna go for it. English.
Yes.
Yep. Just gonna try and hit it with my hammer as I'm falling. Like,
Ooh. Fine.
Sure. You have advantage because it is only got 1 eye and it's
Gravity.
not looking at you.
okay, first one is 21,
Oh.
so yeah.
Well, you can only hit it once on the way down, really.
No, oh no. Okay, I hit. So 1d10. 10 damage. God.
Oh,
Oh, that's not
okay.
bad.
It is not good to be the one.
Okay, cool. And the beholder again. It swings at Findon. It misses
Got
Findon.
Eh,
It swings at Harren, and it somehow misses Harren.
Hooray.
Did not see that coming. Yeah, back onto Rael, who can shoot the laser beam again, the mage cannon again.
Woo, woo. Or not, on a natural 1.
Oh. Oh.
Hmm.
Sorry, it kind of fizzles.
Hey, it was.
Can you make me a dex save, Gemro?
Oh.
oh no.
Oh, General.
You just feel Jamriel rummaging through your pockets and maybe he just goes all over.
I'm quite good at those, so it's okay.
Oh god. If you get that one here. Sorry, what was it?
15.
15. Okay, yeah.
Oh, damn it.
You're about to kind of like move back off and charge back into the fight as you see this blue just glow from the staff next to you, and you just hear Rael say, "Get out the way, you idiot!" and just kind of tries to move as a goth, and you dive out the way, and it misses you, but it misses the beholder as well, and it misses, but you don't get damaged, did. Luckily for you.
Phew.
But maybe not for Rael. He might not be too happy with you.
That's probably fine.
There's not very much I can do at the moment. It will take me 2 rounds to focus, and I'm more interested in the beholder at the moment.
Okay, so Harren is again going to try and tackle this beholder. Unfortunately, this attack does miss. And we're back up to Jamwil. You can re-get into combat if you wish.
Is
Do you have a dagger or anything
I do.
that you could like throw at it?
I could throw at it, but it's kind of like, what's even the point? Like,
So it won't do lightning damage to you.
oh, I mean,
I'm just making
how do I even
a
know?
suggestion.
I don't know that, do I?
No, you don't.
Could just be anything. Is Findon next to the?
Findon and Harren,
Oh,
Yeah.
cool! I get that advantage.
you do.
All right, let's go back in. I'm not a person who doesn't.
Once
do
more
that.
onto the breach. Dear
Will do.
friends, once more,
Eloth.
lest we fill up this wall with our English dead. And something else, and blah blah.
Oh, God.
Was that a dash?
Yep.
Far away.
Yeah, it was a dash, but you can do that as bonus action, I believe. So
Okay. Yeah, it just means I get one less attack.
I took,
Yeah, instead of 3, I get 2. What the horrors?
which is better because if you get 3 and you hit 3, then it does 3 lots of damage back. Natural 1.
For both of them.
Ouch. 2 natural 1s. That's not fun.
I had an advantage twice, and I got a natural 1 twice.
Oh my gosh, with advantage, that is serious unluck. Jamwil, I mean, yeah, Findon,
Yes.
it is your go.
Okay, I will hit it with hammer. Do I have the advantage?
You do.
At least I don't get like lightning.
You don't get lightning because you didn't hit it.
can't get lightning if you.
Okay, so I think my dash roller is. I got. First one is 16, next one is 13.
Okay, well, 16 is a hit.
I rolled 7744. Not good. Okay. 10. Oh, it looks like I do 7 damage this turn.
Great.
Oh, God. And I probably take that
I got
damage.
which is not going to be the best going battle.
Okay, beholders go.
Oh no!
Mrs. Jamwil
Oh good.
hits Findon.
Oh no!
Oh, and just hits Harren as well.
Oh no!
So, yeah, Jamwil, you just managed to duck down as this tentacle just kind of swings over you. And the other two are just kind of distracted as this swings by because usually it grabs something, and just 2 others just come from beneath and grab them. So yeah, Findon, you take 1, 2, 6, 10 points of piercing damage, and you're grappled.
And if I do not get out, 25 damage.
At least.
God.
And Harren takes 14. It's not great. Yes, and he's also grappled. Rael.
Rael will gesture to Jamril to keep his ass out of the way this time and go back to focusing on lining up the next shot.
Yep. Sorry, this fight's a little bit dull for you, Louis.
That's all right.
Okay, so Harrow manages to break free from the grapple on his go, taking another swing with his sword on the way down, which does hit the intended target, dealing it 8 points of damage and taking 5 in return. You know, it's fine. Okay, is it? Just so you guys know, it is now bloodied.
Hey,
I felt like you needed the morale.
it's
for
gonna
that, so-
come
We have a
unbloodied
chance.
in a second. Okay.
Phase 2? No. Jambo, it is your turn again.
Okay. Are they still
You still have advantage,
surrounding
yes.
it? Cool. More dice. More dice. I don't have enough dice. Truly, this is a terrible day. Oh wait, no, I do. I have another bag. Okay.
I have some new. Don't you can't see that gold and red for blood and steam. I'm trialing them today.
Let's see if they work.
They've been rolling great, but just for both sides.
All right, one more natural one. It's great. One non-natural 20 and another like non-natural 24.
Well, those two are hits.
Good.
Oddly enough, the natural one is not.
Yeah. Funny that.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way things work out. Right. 9 plus 40.
40. Nice.
Not terrible.
That's pretty good. You take 12 in return.
That is okay. Yeah.
I mean, you did 40, so you know.
I did 40. Maybe. I probably
was
won't die this turn.
Quite
But
a reasonable chunk of its health.
if it misses me this turn, I might be
Make it out
okay.
of this.
I might make it out alive. I'm an optimist.
Findon, I need a strength.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh my dice roller, even though I just got a lot of bad things, so technically I shouldn't have. I go for grade what I just said. All right, let's have a look. What is my strength?
Plus 6.
15, actually. That's not that bad.
You
I
just
rolled a
make
9
it.
and I thought I was going to just fail.
You
God.
just get out. You kind of break away just as everything just starts to go.
Oh, God.
Okay.
But
You can,
now
make one,
can
you
I...
can make one of your attacks still if you wish.
Well, 14.
It is not a hit, unfortunately.
Good.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay. Beholder's back. And he's going to swing at Jamwil. He's going to miss again. Going to miss Harren as well. The same dice roll. And unfortunately, he's going to... Oh, wait, no. That's just going to miss Findon as well. That's a 20. So, yeah, just swing the tentacles over the place, but you've got more used to the movements now, better at predicting where they're coming and just kind of dodging out the way. Rael.
What a clumsy beholder.
Make a ranged spell attack.
I'll turn myself off mute as well.
I thought that might have been the case.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit. That's a 27 to hit.
That's a hit.
And I've got one. Where are we? That's 16, 17, 24 points of damage.
Nice. Cool. This thing is looking pretty beat up now. oddly enough. Harren is going to take another swing. Okay, and that's a natural 20. And that makes that's enough. That puts on a -1. With the blast of this mage cannon just knocking it backwards, the eye just kind of swiveling all over the place, looking really dazed, and Harren just brings up his sword and just straight into the eye socket. I mean, as a result, he does then take 2 more points of lightning damage, but the thing just kind of falls down dead on the floor. You killed it.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Hooray. Good job, guys.
Time to go and give out the sweeties.
Yeah. How much damage did Findon end up on? How much health did Findon end up on?
71.
Okay, you're still fine.
You had more at the end of the fight than I had at the start of the fight.
Same
On
here.
around. Yeah, I've lost about 1/3 of my HP. Oh, God.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm so hurt. Guys.
Harren
Lay
kind
down.
of collapses to one knee and just kind of is breathing heavily.
I've lost 80%.
I prefer using magic. That was not fun. He had still over half his health left, but that's because he got lucky and didn't get hit like very often at all.
I lost 80% of my health. And that was after gaining as well. So,
Blimey.
yeah. Also, I must have rolled 4 or 5 natural ones during that fight.
You did. You did indeed. Harren looks up and says, "What do we want to do? Do we want to rest now, or do we want to try and get out of here and then rest on the other side? I don't know about you guys, but I really don't want to find any other kind of creature in this place."
Rail's looking at Jamril and says, "Are you going to be all right to make it?"
I think I'll be fine. As long as no more of those come up,
Then it'll all be good.
then it'll be fine.
Everything's under control.
Okay. So at which point, with Jamril's, that'll be okay. You head on, marching out, not as quick a pace as you were, because you're all a bit bruised and battered now, except Rael, but all that concentrating did take a lot of effort as well, so you're all a bit more tired. You march for another good half an hour. You have a couple of moments where you think you hear something to your left and your right, and you freeze, and you're just like, but then nothing comes of it. And sooner, after it feels like hours just traipsing through this silent, dark forest, gorge, you suddenly see a light at the end between 2 trees that you're heading towards.
Oh.
The path you are walking, which has been climbing slightly for the past 10 minutes, comes up a slightly higher incline, one which is you have to kind of bend forwards a little bit to be able to climb it properly, to not, like if you were walking up backwards, you might roll back down, or Findon would anyway. But yeah, you reach the top, and so you walk through these 2 trees, and you're almost dazzled by the brightness, partly because you've been in a dark forest for the last few hours, or pitch black almost forest, I should say, and partly because what you're greeted with is a set of mountains, which are just all white, and so the glare of the sunlight is just blasting in your eyes full pelt. So after a moment and your eyes adjusted, you can see this mountain range ahead of you. that you don't remember being able to see
Oh,
from the other side.
Don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
nice view. Where are we?
Can Rael make any kind of Arcana check or something of that nature to see if she can work out if there's
Doesn't
a...
need to make a check.
Might be
Say,
described.
I am pretty sure, but my apologies if he did not. But I believe that Lockfin, at least to Rael, said that there is a mountain range after you go to the gorge that you have to traverse to get to where you need to go. So you are still in the same place as far as that's concerned. As to why you couldn't see it from the other side, you would imagine it's some kind of very powerful magic which has disguised the area and doesn't seem beyond your imagination now since you found the army cloaking devices. So just something like that, but on a huge scale.
I can see that.
But yeah, the mountains aren't... You may have forgotten them while you're in the forest, but now that you think about it, you do remember them being mentioned. So at this point also, Rael, you notice a buzzing in your pocket, and you realise that your global Facebook has been...
Global Facebook!
That's
going
it,
off.
lads. We're in trouble now. I just now we need a long rest because I've got to catch up.
Yeah, I was going to say, you missed a group chat. It's on 1,024 messages.
Wait,
Oh,
I just
time
opened
to
Skype.
scroll.
Sod that. There's 15 people that need a hand with Candy Crush.
Because, yeah, you need the sweets to heal. That's clever.
Hey.
It's called Fizzler Crush in here in this world.
It's called Fizzler Crush on my globe. I will take out my globe of Facebook messaging.
Yeah, no. There's only actually 5 messages which have been sent at fairly regular intervals by Lockfin, which just say, Rael, are you still alive? Rael, assuming
no.
you're busy, let me know when you're okay.
I will send back the note. What would you do if I said no?
Pranked.
A laughy cry emoji comes back.
Just to interrupt, I just opened Skype to check the Skype thing, and it had 1,815 messages, and my Skype instantly crashed.
Oh dear. Anyway,
Yeah.
Lockman says, have you made it out of the gorge yet?
Nag, 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 nag. Yes.
Good. The mountain range ahead of you has 2 possibilities. Well, there's 3, but the third one isn't really manageable. The first is you can go over the mountains. You're quite inhospitable, and you're not likely to come across any creatures. The only dangers will be the extreme cold, the slippery ice, and the ice falls and avalanches. There's also a very old mine which goes under the mountains. However, this has not been in a long time and could be held to any amount of dark creatures. The third option is going round, but that's going to take way too long, and we're kind of in a hurry.
I would not take that kind of path. I would not take that path unless there were no other way open to us. Yeah, okay. Let's forget about Moria. How
Places.
wide is how wide is this mountain range now that I can see it?
I'm awful with ranges. It spanned the entire length of the gorge, probably further, and the gorge was huge.
Yes, but how long would it take to how wide is it to go crosswise, not lengthwise? Not trying to go around it. If we
yeah,
go
okay.
over,
To go over,
but
they're quite steep. They're quite sudden and then steep and then down. They're not particularly long. So you'd reckon a couple of days probably. If without snow problems and difficult terrain or that. So maybe like
Okay, that would be walking.
yeah, that would be walking. Good point.
If we didn't have to walk, if say we could fly, how long would it take?
A few hours.
That
Oh,
sounds
in
better.
which case, lads, I think we've got this. Albeit we are going to need a bit of a kip at the far end.
That sounds fine by me.
I believe my fly spell only lasts. Actually, I can't use fly because I've used all 3 of my 3rd level spells.
I don't
That's a
think
bit
you
odd.
have.
Well, now I've used one of my 4th level spells, which was Wall of Fire.
Which one's Mage Cannon?
That's
Wait, yeah.
All right, I see.
I think
I think you
used
may have
Wall
forgot
of
to
Fire
erase them because
before-
you had a long rest before you. Yeah.
Did we have a long rest before we came into the gorge?
Yes. No,
Ah,
not before you came into the gorge, but you'd been resting for a couple of days, and then you only used Wall of Fire. So
I only used Wall of Fire, so I've used one 3rd level spell.
yeah.
Okay. So, in which case, fly does not last very long for me. I think fly is only something like about 10 minutes off the top of my head. However, I can polymorph for an hour, and I have 2 polymorph spells left to me before I need to make a stop. I also have access to Leomund's tiny hut. Actually, you know what? I've got another option beyond that as well. So we could remind me, are we particularly up against the clock? I know we need to get this damn thing done, but are
Not
we up against the
particularly,
clock?
no.
If we go to the base of the mountain, I can set us up with a pretty good, safe place to rest. We can do a rest. We can then fly over the mountains, and we should hopefully be able to make that. And when we get to the far side of the mountains, or if we have to find somewhere to stop on the top of the mountains, again, I can make us a properly nice place to rest. If that appeals to people.
Have a nod. Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
Okay.
Yeah. That.
Okay.
I'm not going to finish that.
How long will it take us to get to the base of these mountains?
To the base of the mountains, they are quite far off. It's coming up to probably like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You reckon you'd be there a couple of hours after nightfall?
How about if we flew to the base of the mountains?
If you flew to the base of the mountains, 2 hours. At most.
Okay.
Like between 1 and 2 hours, really.
I can get us to the... Well, I can get... The 2 of you have got swan things, haven't you? You can fly on.
That was the plan.
Yep, you can. Yep, then there's no time limit with those,
Okay. So,
I think.
and I can give Harren a lift.
And that's everyone.
There we go.
Because Varys stayed with the defending squad team.
Okay. So my plan is to fly for just under an hour and then land, and then fly for about another 40 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And that way, when we get to where we're going, the others can land. I can stay in dragon form just to make sure that there isn't anything there that we need to dispatch, and then we can set up camp for the night. And I have the camp covered.
Mm-hmm.
Quoth he.
That sounds like a plan, actually.
Yep.
I mean, a
Do you
great
want to just
prophet of
do?
Santa always liked to plan.
Do you want to jump forwards, or do you want us to? Do you want to run through what happens?
Now we can jump forwards.
Do we see any like major sort of things going on below us, or is it all just
You
mountains?
fly along, but the ground beneath you it's very lush and green. Actually, is completely empty of any creatures, or it is to your eyes. As you're flying, you try and see if you can see back past the gorge, past the gate to what's happening beyond, but either the battle has stopped or your view has been obscured by something. Maybe the same as how the mountains are, but the other way around. You do not see any. You can just about see beyond the gorge, and you can't see any hints of a battle still being fought, or one at all.
Okay, so when we land,
Yep.
I'm gonna sweep the area. I'm trying to remember what kind of. I have done this before because I'm pretty sure I've done a level 9 dragon before, but I can't remember which one it is. I am going to scorched earth a bit, just in an area so that I'm convinced that there's nothing lurking.
Yep.
Then I'm going to land and cast Wall of Stone for the first time.
Okay.
So Wall of Stone, I can cast. Where are we? It's going to be a 30-foot square area. Because I do 10 times 10 panels, which I can do in any order that I want. So I'm going to do a nice big. Yeah, I can't be bothered to work it out another way. I'm going to do a nice big 10-foot high, 30-foot square wall. So we've got a compound. And if I concentrate on that spell for, remind me, so basically until I get to the end of the concentration period, it becomes permanent. And then, so we're going to set up camp there, and then when it's time to sleep, I'll cast Leomund's tiny hut inside that.
Cool.
So we will be the exact opposite of cool. In fact, we'll be nice and toasty warm. Yeah, I concentrate for 10 minutes. And the wall becomes permanent and cannot be dispelled.
Cool.
And then I'll cast Leomund's tiny hut when it's time to rest and bed down.
Okay.
Okay.
I've had. So, you're sure that like no snakes are gonna?
Oh yeah.
They'd have to get over the wall.
I mean, they're snakes.
Which
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's a 10-foot high wall.
Snakes can climb anything, didn't you?
It's a fair point, actually. They were pretty big snakes.
So is the thing 10 by 10 around you?
It is right. It is.
Well, all I mean is, can you get out?
Yeah, we fly.
Okay, right. That's what I meant.
That was yeah. My whole thought was the wall is 6 inches thick and comprised of 10-foot by 10-foot panels. Each panel must be contiguous with at least one other panel. Alternately, you can create 10-foot by 20-foot panels that are only 3 inches thick. Cool, that's interesting. Okay, so basically what I'm thinking is I'm going to create us a compound, a biggish compound.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast Leomund's tiny hut within that. I don't think I've got alarm, have I?
I'm not sure.
No, I don't think I have. That would have been a good thing to have, but I don't. But so basically, there'll be a permanent base there that we can fly out of the next morning. Admittedly, if something happens to our magic, we're stuffed. Because we're trapped inside a 10-foot by 10-foot thing, but we can always dig our way out underneath. But it's about as... Actually, I've got a spare 10-foot by 10-foot slab, so I'm going to do a wall around the outside, and then I'm going to carpet the bottom with stone, and then cast Lehman's tiny hut on top of that. It's the best I can do to make us safe.
Yep.
No, that's good.
Cool. So while you are just trying to get ready to cast the spells and everything, all that kind of stuff, what are Findon and Jamril up to?
Hopefully keeping somewhat of an eye out to make sure that I'm not getting disturbed while I cast this thing.
I'll be on guard duty.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out.
Bad, but I'm on guard duty. Oh God.
I'm keeping a bit of an eye out, but I'm pretty winded, so and quite tired, so
I'm just gonna no.
half asleep. So. But I'm not shirking my duties.
You're just tired.
I'm just tired.
I have got a cunning plan. Okay, so you know I had the bag full of magical explosives and just junk explosive stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, each, as in, there's normally a type of it. Like, there's fire, there's fizz. I'm not very good with magic. I just realised Findon won't be either. Is there a force one, if that makes sense?
Force one?
Yeah,
force
so one that blasts you away or pushes. Something that does that but doesn't do too much damage. Does that make sense?
It does. I don't... I mean, the only thing I've got close to that would be Mage Hand.
Yeah, because the magic explosive is just like a hodgepodge of stuff. So, say I just want to find two, say, I don't know. I don't even know what my magic explosives looks like. I don't know, just two kind of potions like that. I don't want to have them on hand next time we do something. I've got a plan.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
When we get back to civilization, I'll build you a little house like this with the walls a bit thicker so that you can experiment.
It's fine. Yeah. I won't experiment now. I'll just try out in combat and hope it works.
While on guard duty, you know when you're like in a particularly boring class and your head's just your eyes are closing and your head's going.
Yeah.
Oh, wake up and then slowly start.
And then there's just a dwarf next to you rummaging for a bag of explosives. Just. God.
I mean, at the very least, there's like a scorched earth for a ring around the place that we're in, so hopefully nothing's going to be able to. Yeah.
So yeah, you guys all come back. Howard went for a wider wander around the scorched earth area while you guys were gone to see if there's anything else.
If Harren goes for a proper wander around the scorched earth area, he's going to have problems unless he's going to fly back into the area once I've finished casting this bit. So
no,
the moment I
he's
start
back
casting,
by them.
All right.
I was just saying what he had been doing.
Okay. What my plan is: scorch the area, make sure there's nothing there, land, cast a spell. At which point the walls are there.
Yeah.
At which point I'm then going to stop. Yeah, and then I'm going to stop, and then all I'm going to do is just sit there and focus on keeping it. So nothing can get into us. Once I've done that 10 minutes of focusing, these things are here for good.
Yep.
I now don't need to do anything. So,
yeah.
And Gemril can have a bit of a kip.
Yep.
I'm happy with that.
And then you are Lehman's tiny hutting and resting.
I think we might end up having dinner, resting, etc. Unless it's freezing. Well, even if it's freezing cold, I think we're more likely to kind of light a fire and get something going in here. And then when it's time to bed down,
Yeah,
then I'll cast Leomund's Tiny Hut, get a decent 8 hours sleep. But we're not going to be so worried about it wearing off because nothing can get to outside the hut.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, General comes back. Haran comes back. You'll get inside the area as Rael's doing the thing. And he says, there's nothing out there, really. Well, there's grass, quite long grass, but I looked like there's not even any insects, anything. But I found a sign, an old sign in a language I didn't read, but I think it was quite close to the mine entrance. It seemed to be some kind of warning, which never bodes well. But the writing was faint, and it was a language I couldn't read, and it's from thousands of years ago. So hopefully everything will be fine. And we also got the huge walls, and I'm just saying that because there's a possibility that there's maybe still something here, but it might just be in the mines, or it's probably fine. I'm just being paranoid probably because of everything that's happened over the last few months. But there's a very small chance that we're not completely alone, but we probably are. I'm gonna stop now.
Yeah. Don't worry.
I think we need to make sure that everything's packed and we're ready to go, so that if we wake up in the morning and realize that we need to get out of here, we're good to go straight away.
Yep. Cool. So you
basically Leomund's Tiny Hut and an overnight sleep unless anything happens to stop that plan.
Nope. You guys have a rest while Ryle focuses on the walls. You get a fire going. You've kind of you've got obviously you've got ways of doing a fire, and make a fire quite easily. You have some food, a bit of relax, and then Leomund's Tiny Hut, and all go to sleep.
All right. Etc.
Wow. You have
Yes.
another interesting dream.
Go on.
This one's more just interesting and less freaking weird and stuff. You can see your father and your uncle in front of you. And your father's just standing there looking a bit kind of awkward. And your uncle says, "Well, it's us. I'm your uncle, and he's your father. You know that." So yeah, I just thought we'd invade your dreams again, because you've not really got much other good stuff to be doing right now. But yeah, basically, I just thought we owed you an explanation about all the weird dreams you've been having. Well, not all of them, I don't think. You probably had other weird dreams, but we didn't need to talk about that. Basically, we have this machine which allows us to send you messages, essentially. Not at real time, so we've already sent this by the time you'll be sleeping and thinking of it. But it allows us to record messages and send them to you so that we can speak to you.
1,000 years old, and this is the best they can come up with. Long rambling messages to stop me properly resting.
But yeah, I just thought you'd find it interesting. He didn't want me to, and he's probably right, because you probably have fed up with these messages now. But we hope everything's well, and you're doing good. Everyone's okay. And good luck. And we'll see you soon. Remember to wrap up warm. And at this point, Father goes, "Oh, shut up, Rayo. We're sure you're fine. Keep back soon. We fended off the attack easily enough. We lost a couple of fighters, but we were okay. We'll be defending the gate until you get back. We should be fine, but if another force hold comes, we don't know how long we'll be able to hold it, so just try and be back as fast as you can. As soon as you're back, we'll get out of there as quickly as possible. Good luck."
No pressure or anything.
And the rest of your sleep is much better. Jamril, your dream is just full of spinning apple fizzlers and cherry fizzlers and
Butterflies and
yeah, all that kind of stuff. And Findon, food and explosions, food exploding into more food.
gold.
My dream was coming true.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
It's a nice change from
Yeah.
other dreams.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys have a good rest of the night, and nothing odd happens. We'll take a quick break here, because there's a little bit more we need to do afterwards, but we're nearly at a good time point. But we'll take a quick break because I need to use the toilet, and then we'll be back.
Okay.
Back in a couple.
I guess I'll make some soup.
I'll grab a Coke.
Looks like no one's on. I've got this stream all to myself.
Yeah, I'm still here,
But-
Tom.
Damn it.
Your dreams collapsed.
It has. Socialism will win. That's what I was going to say.
Oh,
Now the kettle's going, so I'm going to mute my microphone.
God, that's loud. Watching Tom make a tea. You can see as he sniffs out the tea leaves and chooses his favorite blend. He grabs his mug. Favorite for Phil. He approaches. No, he leaves again to get the kettle. He has got his spoon and is now.
Were you just talking to yourself, Jack?
I'm narrating Tom making tea. Oh. And now he hears the kettle is done and returns to his natural habitat at the tea making station. He calmly puts the tea bag in the. Oh, he is startled by a strange movement in the corner. I cannot see what he has in his hand. What is that?
It's soup. I think it's a soup packet.
He pours the soup into the tea.
No, Jack, not into the tea.
Into the mug. I mean,
I think
as
he's
the
making
wild college student prepares his daily nutrients.
How's work, Jack?
He now It's alright. I don't know. I've been making websites.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
How much longer have you got there?
2 weeks. Oh,
Cool.
he is now pouring the hot water into the mug. You see, I cannot see.
Jack's been narrating what Tom's doing.
What is he even doing? He's reading a book? What is going on? Oh, no?
He's a student. He's supposed to be reading books.
What is
That's
he
what you
doing?
do. He's forgetting to go and mute his screen. That's what he's doing.
He can't.
He's broadcasting his tea making to the world.
He's
I believe
making
he's
soup,
making,
I
but
think.
yeah.
Oh,
It's his dinner, probably.
he returns. Oh, there we go.
He's back.
Hello.
Yeah. Cool. You didn't
We were
mute
trying to
your
work
you
out-
didn't mute your video.
We were trying to work out what you were reading, and
Reading? I wasn't reading anything.
It wasn't really, it was weird. You're like, what was the thing you were holding?
Well, soup.
Never mind.
And
Tom.
chocolate.
More for you than the others at the moment, but I've now made a Blood and Steam character sheet
I see.
ish.
ooh,
So
I can't see any of the details because
that doesn't matter. But I've made that now. I'm quite happy with it, actually. So
Oh, cool. So do we transfer the?
when you've got a moment in your busy schedule, transfer that instead of having lots of subtitles and additional notes on the standard character sheet.
All right. How does that one deal with the mods, by the way? Because there's like, I have a massive list of the things I can make with the SAD.
You have to send you that on a separate table or something.
That's it.
I mean, eventually I'll just send you the document when I finish the first playtest, but I'm not there yet. So
Cool. They get printed and published.
well, that's a lot longer into the future, if ever happening. But one step at a time. I finished all the classes now, Louis. Some on the backgrounds and equipment and whatnot.
cool.
So yeah, we did some class creation yesterday. At which point I realised I didn't have any character sheets.
Yeah, but yeah, we made some characters. They're pretty good.
Which roughly worked with the 5th edition standard one, aside from the fact that there's different skills and stuff. So it was a bit of a smash.
Yeah, but except for the stats, which were terrible because we didn't do roll take 4 and then
They weren't amazing. But
they weren't great.
anywho, we're not there yet. We're not on
Anyway.
Blood and Steam. We are still doing Nails Footsteps.
Yes.
The next day, you awake, all having rested rather well. You had a few. You've had a few good rests now, to be fair, because you were in the watch the previous few nights. So you've had a good lineup of good rests. But for your time on the road, this is probably one of the best, if not the best, rest you've had. So there is that.
Bizarre dream invading relatives.
Yeah.
I thought Christmas was bad.
Yeah, so are you guys gonna have something to eat for breakfast before flying off, or just fly off?
Well, I think there's always time for breakfast.
You should never skip the
How-
most important meal of the day, says the great prophet of Sagil. Just saying.
Dan should read him.
I'd say it's the second most important meal of the day, as
Oh,
the great
really?
prophet once said after lunch.
What were you gonna say, Louis?
Sorry.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, breakfast's fine. What I was going to ask is, am I giving Harren a lift, or is Harren? Harren doesn't have a way of flying there himself, does he?
Well, Harren can cast fly, but
Yeah, but that only lasts 10 minutes.
yeah. So Harren would be happy with any of you carrying him. With if you drop him, he has got a safety net.
Oh, good.
No, that's fine. It just generally it means if I do see any sheep, I shouldn't go hunting.
Yeah, preferably.
No, that's cool. In which case, definitely breakfast.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go with brunch to do a consolation. No? Okay.
So yeah, you guys have breakfast, another good meal.
Yeah.
And yeah, you all you summon your swans, you become a dragon. Harren, how are you holding Harren?
I'm guessing he's probably sitting on my neck.
Yeah, okay.
God.
Okay, so essentially giving him a piggyback.
I'm gonna ride on my swan.
Yeah,
Which-
you two were riding on your swans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I called him. I think it was like Swami.
One of you had Swanee, one of you had something else, but
Swammy.
Yeah, I had Swami.
yes. So you all fly off, leaving behind Camp Bastion, and yeah, fly off over the mountains.
Hmm.
You have to it was quite not warm, but quite mild where you were in the morning when you woke up. But as you fly towards them and gain altitudes, you can go over them. That you do start to feel more of a chill. It is definitely colder, which does make sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So you get to you're pretty much coming up towards the like peaking of the
Oh,
main big in around 55 minutes, which is sooner than you'd expected.
Can you just rerun that because you suddenly went in the middle?
yeah.
Well, that's a bit awkward.
Simulate that.
You polymorph. It's an hour, isn't it, Louis?
Yeah, I'm polymorph for an hour at a time.
Yeah. So just before an hour, you need to
Find some about 50 minutes in. I need to find somewhere that I can land long enough to recast it.
Yeah. So yeah, around 50 minutes in, you start looking for somewhere to land, and you are like you're nearly at the peak of the mountain on this side, so you're almost halfway across lengthways. You have made a bit more time than you had thought you would have done. You've got a bit faster. You've had a tailwind.
Very good.
Okay.
So yeah, you make you land successfully. Are the other two of you landing, or are you circling, or
Oh yeah, I'm guessing land.
Might as well.
might as well? Which one?
Land.
Okay.
Land. Yeah, land.
Yeah. So you land. You give Swanee and Swammy a little rest. Can you let me? Well, actually, while you're probably busy, getting ready to recast anything, but can the other two of you make me a perception check?
Yeah. That's not.
That's wisdom.
Yeah.
Well, I got 4, so
I mean, I rolled a 6, and I'm probably. I don't. I don't.
I could do a perception check. Can I do a perception check as I come into land? Because obviously I'm kind
Yes.
of studying the area quite
Yeah, that's a good
quite
point.
carefully. Yeah, go on. We'll do Silver Dragon this time. In which case, as I come into land, 18.
Okay.
Very good.
You're landing on a thin layer of snow, because everything at this level is covered in a thin layer of snow.
Oh.
You notice, wow, just looks like some strange, like it looks just a bit uneven as you're coming into land.
How uneven does it look?
Not very uneven, but just like the rest of it's flat, and then it's just kind of not as flat.
In which case, I would give that a really good blast of cold, just to kind of make sure that it's really iced down as I come over, and then I'll land in a flat area.
Yep.
But if there's a lumpy area, I will go and give that a good hit with my breath weapon.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
You
if
do
you
so.
fire something at the place I'm landing, then I'm gonna.
But yeah, nothing happens of it. So
Okay.
yep, you land. You repolymorph. You set off again.
Okay.
What you notice as you fly over this kind of icy patch to go onwards is because of how the ice is frozen on it, you can actually see what was beneath.
Oh,
And it looks like a very large claw print.
When you say very large,
I mean,
I mean larger than mine.
at least the same size, probably a bit. It's hard to tell because you know how ice and water work with sizes of things, but
Yeah. Okay. Well, at least it's not another beholder.
yeah, there's that.
optimism. And it's
Yeah.
probably not a Tarrasque.
Well,
Yeah, they're too small for a Tarrasque.
Exactly.
Yes, they are too small for Tarrasque.
These don't look like they could potentially be. Oh, come on. Name of the thing I am thinking of. These don't potentially look like they could be one of these walking mortar creatures, do they?
No, they do not.
Okay.
Walking water creature.
The thing that Jack jumped above and nearly
Like
got
a huge
shot
gun pointing up into the air that fired
the artillery.
the
Yes.
artillery creature thing that we fought. We fought a couple of them.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
first one we fought when I think it was the first time I polymorphed.
Yes. It
Oh,
was.
yes.
Jack was hanging off it and I was lightning strafing it.
Yeah. That was great fun. But yeah, no, it is much more bird or dragon-like.
Okay, if I've not already done so, I'm going to summon Evgil.
Yep.
Actually, Evgil's big enough for me to ride on, isn't she?
Not if you're a dragon.
No, not if I'm a dragon. Is Evgil large enough for me to ride on if I'm not in dragon form?
If you're in something smaller, then yeah.
I mean, it's just if Rael's Rael.
What is Evgil again?
Well, she was a hawk, but
I'm being an idiot. Yes. Because there's Super Evgil.
yeah, I can use Super Evgil,
I
can't
forgot
I?
about Super Evgil.
How many people can ride on Super Evgil?
You could probably fit all 4 of you on Super Evgil.
In which case, when we take off from the mountain, because retconning the whole thing's a bit, especially as I've blasted it with and used perception as a dragon. Having got up here, I am then not going to polymorph back into a dragon, but I'm going to summon Evgil, who I did think about during the flight actually, and thinking Evgil should be here. So I will summon
I completely
Evgil.
forgot about Evgil, yeah.
And Harren and myself will ride Evgil rather than me burning polymorph spells.
Cool.
Good idea.
So yeah, you two ride Evgil. So with the giant, is it a giant eagle or a falcon?
I think it was a. Let me.
Always forget this.
But you just said it was a hawk.
Or
I
that.
think it was a hawk. I actually can't find.
I think it's a hawk. I think you're right.
It's a hawk.
So we have a giant hawk, flanked by 2 giant swans, flying over the snow mountains. That'd be a great establishing shot.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a snowman off behind with some kid in his pajamas.
Yeah. After a couple of minutes, Evgil and the swans start to look a bit restless.
Oh no.
Restless. Okay.
What's Evgil thinking? Because I have,
I know.
I can communicate fairly well with Evgil.
I mean, Evgil can actually speak now as well. So
There we go. So, and I can see through Evgil's eyes as well.
Yeah.
I think.
you can.
So, yeah.
Evgil would say, "This, I don't like this. I don't like this at all."
Can you see something?
No, I can't see something, but I can sense it. The swans can too.
What
We're
kind
all-
of sense?
Well, we're all pretty big as birds go, as you know. But there's this feeling that we're not the largest birds of prey here.
Well,
Oh.
imagine Avatar right now, just the big giant thingy.
What size rating is Evgil? Is it large or huge?
I think it's. The swans are definitely huge. I think Evgil's huge, yeah.
Okay, so bigger than a dragon then.
Yeah, bigger than a
Okay,
dragon.
well, bigger, as big as an ancient dragon. Okay. In which case, my young silver dragon isn't going to be any use. Is the what's the cloud cover like? Is it cloudy? Is it fairly clear?
It is very cloudy.
I shouldn't have asked that, should I?
How about? Well, I mean, lower down it's can be a bit.
Yeah. Do you want to be that close to the ground?
Like, bigger doesn't always mean stronger.
No, and there's only one of it, hopefully.
3 of us, and we're smart.
Well,
Well, you got two. We got 2 swans, a hawk, and potentially a dragon.
and 2 flying people,
2 flying people.
like fighter planes.
Yeah.
Let's swarm it. God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's spread out a little. Make sure that we're not too high, because me and Harren are fine if we fall off, but I don't know what the 2 of you are like.
They can grow wings.
Oh,
Yeah.
they can.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the 2 flying people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because Harren and I can fly as well. Plus, I can be a
Oh.
dragon. So, yeah. Okay. In which case, we'll spread out a little, I would suggest. Just to make sure that we're a little bit protected. And yeah.
Yeah.
It's a plan. It might work.
Indeed.
Maybe we'll get the drop on this thing if we do run into it, or if it runs into us.
A huge silhouette suddenly falls over you.
Yeah, I guess I spoke too soon.
With, from what you can see, a wingspan nearly as big as the area you were covering.
Ooh.
There's only one thing that big that I'm aware of, and that's a rock.
You know your beasts, Louis.
I know my legends.
Yeah.
I have no idea what they're like in D&D, but I know that that's how Sinbad got to the Valley of the Gems.
It is indeed.
There's a rock in something else as well. Oh, and I recently reread Terry Pratchett's Strata, and there's a rock in that as well. They use it as a way of getting off the.
Did you know that? Sorry, this is completely tangent, but Amazon, I believe, and BBC are making a Terry Pratchett something
Ah,
with David Tennant in.
Ooh.
I didn't.
I can't remember what it is, but Christian told me. I have to check.
I shall have a look.
Yeah. Anyway,
Pratchett.
Findon.
Mhm.
Just because this is a thing from where you're from, you would actually realize as you see this silhouette that you would know it as a sky titan, not a rock, but you have indeed heard of these creatures.
Oh no. Do I know much about them?
You know that they were essentially created by the gods to fight the dragons.
Ah,
Oh god. Do I know? Is that all?
They're huge and very dangerous.
Have any been killed before? Around?
Not that you've heard of.
Okay. I have no useful information. God. Actually, I do.
Make me a history check.
That makes more sense. It's time to just shout out. Yeah, there's a dragon killers, by the way. Just really put the fear in. 16 plus. Oh, I do have history. So 21.
Nice. Okay. You rack your brains as this silhouette gets bigger and bigger.
rack your brains a bit fast, please.
I'm not used to this.
The only other information you can really recall of what you know of, at least the rocks in Tessin, where you're from, is that they were quite territorial, but they weren't like dragons in the sense that they were not destructive by nature. They were not enslaved, but essentially enslaved by the gods to fight the dragons, but then they were freed after the War of the Dragons was over.
Oh, that's nice.
And they protect essentially their nest and whatever they consider their territory, but beyond that, they're not fussed. So you might just need to evade it instead of actually tackling it.
If we get away from its nest, it won't attack us. As he just speeds ahead,
I'll go with that theory.
Can I do any kind of check to get any more information on it than that?
Yep.
Do you want history or arcana?
I'll take history. I believe you got the same in both, but
Could it possibly have been mentioned in the Holy Tome of Sagil?
rocks
For
are
a
big
religion check.
and very powerful.
Hey,
That's a bit crappy. I got 16.
You agree with what Finton said for once.
For once, Findon's not the one that thinks it hasn't got much more than it's big and.
Yeah. You know that their nests are full of lots of like trinkets from like caravans or ships that they may have raided if they were like within their territory. And you know that when they are hungry, they eat things like giants or whales or elephants.
Oh, good.
we're small. There's not much meat on our bones.
Maybe it'll be like the Queen and we can feed it swan.
Okay, I can't think that we're likely to be able to outrun this thing, but why the hell not try? Are we kind of over the main part of the mountain now and coming down the other side?
You are indeed.
In which case, yeah, I'm just going to tell Evgil to dive and to brake, and we will yell. I mean, whether or not they're going to hear us over everything else, I don't know. But yell out to just spread out and drop down the mountainside as quickly as possible.
Look for tiny gaps. They're not going to get into tiny gaps. Caves are pretty good, I imagine. Well, no. Caves are not good. Don't go into caves.
You see, that was my thought.
Yeah. All right. Something that's not a cave. Yeah.
I'm going to start with just seeing if we can outrun them and confuse them and
Yeah.
see which one they go after.
Yes, so you shout this. The others don't hear you, but it seems Evgil has communicated with Swanee and Swami. And the three just kind of red arrows it.
Red arrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
The white swan.
Can I use prestidigitation just to kind of fire off some vapor trails off the ends of the wings and some red smoke out the back?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
The rock leaves you low because you give it a good shot. No.
Yeah.
Claps and then falls out of the sky because then it can't use its wings.
As as you were turning, Findon and Jamril, Viol just Evgil just kind of dives. He just kind of your hand and go, no. It's just like
You might want to hold on.
He is definitely holding on. The other two of you, as you're going off, you can just see these two huge wings, and you just look up and you can see this huge grey feathered creature with this blue kind of plumage along the sides and these red tail feathers and these red claws. And while you're absolutely terrified of it, it is very, like, just majestic and beautiful and amazing.
I've got a plan on my evasion strategy. Now, what's about to happen?
Drop the plan.
Don't set light to your own swan's feathers, okay?
I'm gonna slow down and then pull up above it.
Up above it.
And then, I'm just gonna go straight up.
You're too young to have watched Top Gun.
It's fine.
Just don't give him the finger. Yeah.
I mean, you're also on a swan, not in a jet fighter plane.
There's a difference?
Well, flapping that way propellers, but it doesn't, yeah.
Now,
you've not seen Top Gun, have you? It was a jet. It was definitely a jet. There were no propellers involved.
I could remember.
Now,
it's been a long time.
Jamrel's not seen Prometheus.
I know where this is going already.
He knows that it's common sense that going forward in the same direction as the rock is not a good idea. We're going to go backwards because I imagine it's going to be a bit difficult to turn that thing.
Okay.
We'll go backwards and then down.
Can we dispel our swan, then summon it instantly facing a different direction? God.
Just got this picture of you suddenly hanging onto its tail. One minute you're hanging onto its neck, the next minute you're hanging onto its tail feathers.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, because you can't change direction even if the swan does.
You carry on in the same direction.
You just slide off the back.
Does it come with inertial dampness?
Well, no, because I can summon it in front of me going in that direction, and I'll just land into it. And all right, no, never mind. I'm just going to go back and above.
What could possibly go wrong?
I feel like this is just Findon's head. Like there's just 5 voices. Like, no, don't do that.
God.
Anyway, we need to play. Everybody wants to be John.
Oh yes,
we have played that.
Everyone's John.
It is. Yeah, I've played it once.
It's a lot of fun.
I haven't, but it does sound like a giggle.
It is hilarious. Anyway.
Tom lost because he chose breathing and it was too easy.
Yeah.
Well, I breathed a lot of times doing that.
And then you tried to drown yourself. I don't think.
Well, then, so no one else could win.
Yeah.
Anyway,
swiftly back. You're going to wheel, aren't you, rather than try and dispel it?
God.
Tom, you turn round
Yeah,
on
there's another
your
rock.
swan. There's not another rock. Oh. But you kind of
There's stones instead.
you looked at it, but not really taken into account how big it was, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
She's like, oh, that's big. You turn round on your swan going in like an arc because your swan can't just go. Unless you try the jack thing, and you don't try that.
No,
Start flying the other way, and just see this claw just
oh,
straight towards you.
do I have any chance of getting out of the way of that?
Well, it was an attack roll, and
I
it
see.
got a 20.
Oh, I see.
You
Oh, a 20.
just
So
got crit by a giant bird. No.
Swanee sees this and disappears.
Well, that's not very nice. No, I'm out of here.
So this claw just grabs you.
Oh, maybe I'll wait.
So you are, for the umpteenth time today, grappled. But I mean, in the middle of the air this time, and the strength saves a bit higher, and you also take.
That's a lot of dice I'm hearing.
Is 25 slashing damage.
Oh. Okay, okay.
You were back to full health,
Yeah, I was.
by the way, just in case
Yeah.
you'd forgotten.
No, I don't have long rest, so.
And
Okay.
yeah, you're currently stuck inside it.
Well, that is not so good.
No. The rock, Findon, you'll be pleased to know, comes after you.
Now, so it's going up with me.
Yeah.
Okay, I carry on going up.
It is gonna catch you pretty soon.
All right. How long into it does?
Like a few seconds.
Okay, I'm
You've
gonna.
kind of gone up, but it was already up, and so it just kind of.
Okay, I've got a cunning plan.
You've said this umpteen times. Okay, what is your cunning plan?
All right, so the rock is directly below my swan, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna send the swan up, drop what I hope is a grenade that has some kind of flashy effect off my bandolier at it.
Okay.
Fall off the rock simultaneously, and fall off the swan simultaneously going down the back. So the grenade will hit the rock. I'll fall above it, hopefully. Well, above it, in front of it. And get away, and then I will just free fall for a few, I don't know, 100 meters, depends how high we are, until I am at around just above the tree. Well, not just above. I'll deploy my wings that I have, and then I'll carry on going, and I'll re-summon the swan. Perfect.
Take a
Okay.
point of inspiration for that ingenuity, we'll call
I'm
it.
going to need it.
So, yeah, you send Swami up further.
Should I roll for this?
Roll me a d6 for what you throw off your bandolier.
Oh God! Please don't be like gravity or something to put me in. Oh, it's a 1. So what is that?
Okay, well, an even number was an actual explosive. So,
Oh, that's good. I didn't annoy it.
whatever it is not a grenade, basically.
Wait. So what is it then? God. Is it just a flashbang? What is it?
Well, your flashbang might well put it off.
Yeah. What is it? Is it like a force grenade? Is it?
It's
Think of a
no kind of explosive at all.
Wait, so it's just a dud?
Yeah,
Oh god! So I just threw a rock at it, basically.
because you're not really looking. You're just kind of getting something and throwing it.
I just didn't.
If
Yeah.
you rolled an even number, you'd have thrown what you were intending. If you rolled an odd number,
Okay.
you didn't. You grab it's some kind of vial. It's a bottle. You throw it at it. Just kind of. It might have been
bounces off.
some wine actually. Maybe you just throw
It's a
at
water
it.
supply.
It smells better than it did. You notice that as you plummet past it.
My lavender water, no! Got something really stupid.
Yeah, something silly. It's not an explosive though, but you don't know this as you jump off
Actually,
Swami.
rock, what's it called? Pheromones or something?
No,
God.
Pheromones.
no,
It's my God.
no. It's not. No.
Still chasing your swan, but for a completely different reason.
No, I don't want to watch this. Swami.
Okay, no. You fall off Swami though. You are falling
Dive.
towards the
Dive.
rock.
Gracefully dive is the phrase we're looking for here.
Should I roll for the dive to see if I hit it?
Okay, yeah. Roll to see how well you execute your.
Well, that's not a natural one.
Is it a 2?
Yes. Is this a dex?
I will point out now that you have that point of inspiration.
I will save it for later.
Okay. Well,
God.
credit to you. Oh, one moment.
Fair enough.
I may die here. God.
It'll be fine. I don't know what you're worried about. What's the
rolled to
worst
se-
that could happen?
I rolled to seduce the rock.
Yeah, you've pelted it with pheromones. Now you're diving at it.
Perfect.
Oh, it's a good idea. See if you can.
I just land on it. Oh god. Oh my god! If I tame it, can you tame stuff?
I hesitate to point out that you're a man with grappling hooks and chains. I
could totally do this. Okay.
I totally wouldn't. I genuinely. If you've these, just don't. Just go with Plan A. Plan A was quite good.
Plan A has failed. I get my grappling hooks out.
It hasn't
And
failed
try-
yet.
And try and hook the rock as I go past.
Cut your way out from the inside.
Oh, I can actually, if I pin the wings
Stop.
together.
Stop.
No, it's a perfect plan.
Gigantic.
Okay.
How are you going to do that?
Because grappling hooks. Bam, that's your answer. Also-
Because gigantic, though.
Isn't it if you take out a pinion feather, they can't fly? In all birds, isn't it?
I mean,
Opinion
that's
feather?
some pretty impressive knowledge for Jack.
I did have a similar thought earlier, but your character doesn't know this.
Yeah,
Does your character know what a pinion feather is?
it doesn't, Jack.
Dreamed about taking down one of these for as long as he's lived.
And
Be the ultimate kill.
the pinion feathers on a rock
Are
would
massive,
be
yeah.
a long way away from one another as well, and a long way
Yeah,
away
but
from most of their other feathers, because
How
everything is a
many-
long way away.
Isn't there, what's it called? Wait. How do they work? How do pinion feathers work?
I don't know, and
Give you something to look up tomorrow.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and stealth it by hiding on the rock.
We should find out what happens on the. Ollie hasn't told you what happens on the.
Well,
Not quite a one roll.
Yeah.
Towards it. So, is it plus my dex or strength? Just a quick question.
It's plus your dex.
Oh, so it's 6.
It's like a 7.
5, 6, yeah. So,
You fall towards this thing's beak,
okay.
and it bites you.
Can I try and land so
Hi.
one of my foot is on its top
Maybe
beak?
after it's unbitten you.
Been eaten by a rock.
You like stay in his. You could probably make like camp in his mouth.
You could try and
Oh
cut
my
your way.
god!
Try and cut your way out.
I dropped my entire bandolier into its mouth.
Okay.
Okay, sure. You also take 28 points of damage.
That's fine.
Ooh.
This is 28 points. That's fine.
And take
Okay.
the swallowed condition.
Uh,
It's been
No,
nice
it
knowing.
doesn't. It doesn't swallow him. It kind of just smells pretty bad. It's like, no, don't want that. Kind of more the bite is to stop him from swallowing him.
no, don't go, my friend.
It kind of it grabs you
Okay.
and just flings you away at great speed. Yeah.
Like landing gear. I mean, wings. God.
So you get out your wings. Make me a dex save to see if you can use your wings well enough to slow yourself before you hit the side of a mountain.
I'm great with rolls like these.
Let's face it, it's got to be easier than falling off a swan.
12 plus wizard dex, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
well, yeah.
that's a 17. That's okay. Yeah, you managed to just kind of get your wings out to try and stop you before you reach, and you can touch the mountain in front of you.
All right.
But
As
you
soon as I'm
stopped
there,
well enough.
I dispel swan and then summon him in front of me and grab on again.
Yep. Swami doesn't seem particularly happy with you, but sure.
Swami helps the distraction, don't you see?
Rock has turned now. It's at this point you probably notice that Jamwil is in the Rock's claws.
Oh.
I mean,
okay.
it's pretty big in here, to be honest.
I mean, after the initial squish, you're probably...
I've got create food and water as a spell. I could probably live here for a while, to be honest.
Does he not have a chance to cut his way out?
Oh, he will do in a moment.
What's the rock do now?
It's
As I'm watching it carry Jamwil towards me, or just
it's not going towards you. It's going back to roughly where you think the violin Howard went, but only roughly.
I follow low to the ground then.
FYI, Jack.
Yeah.
That's one concept of a rock, and that's
I can take its feathers out easy.
and that's smaller than the one that you're.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not quite big enough.
No, it's not, but it gives Jack at least a slight impression of the scale.
It's like continent size. Fucking...
Okay. Yeah, but I follow low to the ground.
Jamril, do you want to make me a strength check to try and escape? DC 19.
I mean, I could, or I could type in Morse code on its foot and send a message to it. Or not, I guess.
It probably doesn't know Morse code.
Make an animal handling roll.
No, God.
I mean, I've looked through all the spells that I have from being super
like.
And I don't think any of it's going to really help.
Maybe not.
Maybe like Shield of Faith, just in case it tries to attack me again. Which, to be honest, would be kind of useful. But yeah, I will attempt that check.
Okay, cool. Go for it.
Okay, that's a no.
Right. Cool. Well, you can try again in a bit.
As in, I roll a 2.
Rolls have been great this evening.
+0, and I don't have proficiency.
So, Harren narrates to you. Rael, as you've kind of leveled off the drop a little bit now, but you're still plummeting quite fast. He says, "Oh, oh dear. Okay, well, it's grabbed Jamro in its talons, and what on earth is Findon? Okay, it's just Findon. Has he fallen off his swan? Oh no, it's not swallowed him. It's just bitten him. Okay, and
And spat him out.
it's thrown Findon against a mountain, and it's got Jamro in it. Oh dear, it's coming for us." And you just briefly turn your head towards it, Rael, and just see this huge rock just. And I'd make a bird sound if I was good at them, but I'm not.
Oh, God.
And that is where we're going to leave it for this evening.
Oh,
Okay.
Because I said 10:30, and it is now 11:15.
And the combat's going to take considerably longer than the next 5 minutes.
Well, it just also feels like a decent place to leave it.
Yeah. Well, my one thing that I'm pleased about is I can hit it with Fireball around before it can actually just be. It's got. I think they've got a fly speed of about 120 feet, something like that, and I'm doing 80 feet.
Yeah.
Which means it's only going to be catching me at 40 foot around.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I should be able to get off 3 fireballs
It does.
between it starting to catch me and it actually getting there.
Yep.
I do actually have animal handling in this form.
Oh my God. You should speak to Sadjo and try and tame the beast.
And that's wisdom, and I get extra wisdom and extra proficiency in this form as well.
You
So,
But yes, we will leave it there. It was a bit longer than last session. Still not super long, but felt like we were quite a bit done. It was quite fun, hopefully.
Mm.
2 weeks time, start of December.
I'll be at home then.
You'll be at home by then. Flipping, probably. I don't know any reason that I am engaged, but we'll see because we've got 2 weeks now. So hope you enjoyed if anyone watching, and see you in 2 weeks time. Bye.
Bye-bye.